Hey everybody. Well, talking about war. My first thought about that was war. Huh! What's it even good for? Absolutely nothing. That was my first thought. I thought about it a little bit more as the week went on, considering that today is Remembrance Day. And growing up, I felt a major disconnect from this day because I haven't lost anybody I didn't lose anybody in World War I and World War II. And I just really didn't understand the magnitude of this day for a lot of people. Now I feel a lot of compassion for people who have lost family and friends and lovers in World War I and World War II because they were drafted. And I've met a few draft dodgers, you know, some sneaky guys who managed to cross the border into Canada and stay in tiny towns during the war and, you know, miss out on that whole thing. But I digress. Point being, people were forced to go to war, okay? They didn't have a choice. And that's devastating. That's devastating. I mean, now people have a choice. A lot of people feel desperation because they need education and they need money. And the military gives you an education and it gives you money. And so people enroll in it. But that's a choice that these people are making. I personally would not make that choice. I would not date anybody who made that choice. I feel bad for people whose family in which they're not estranged go and enroll and go off to fight wars that really just make rich people richer and poor people poorer and divide the world even more. And I just don't personally believe in that. I have a really hard time with it. I think war is good for a very, very small percentage of the population. And that would be the people who start the war for financial gain. And the reason why I'm not naming names here and getting into this too politically is because, well, frankly, I'm not a dumbass, you know, in the sense that, and I'm sorry if that sounds really rude and, like, judgmental, and, you know, that's not where I'm going with this. My point is, there are lists out there that people with power like to put people on just for having opinions. I like to avoid being on those. But I don't like war. I think it only is good for nothing. There's no good in making a small percentage of people in the world, and I'm talking small, like maybe 0.25% of people in the entire world benefit financially from war. Those people who are doing that, who are fueling these wars, who are creating conflict, or continuing the conflict by getting involved and financing for, you know, I mean, Israel's been at war for I don't know, about 1,000 years, maybe more. And, you know, the Muslims and the Sikhs have been at war for about 1,000 years. And that war continues because people with money put money into that war. At least that's how I see it. And I respect other opinions on this. But bottom line, you can't have arms if you don't have money. You know, since when does Israel have lots of money? Think about it. I just beg you to think about it. Now, for those who have lost people to war, I am deeply, deeply sorry. Deeply sorry. It's horrible. I actually almost lost one of my childhood friends. We didn't stay in touch really, but he was one of 4 guys who survived when when their Jeep got blown up, and they weren't sure if he was going to survive, and he did. And just an example of how much war can screw you up, even for people who enlist and go to war and choose to go to war. They really, I feel like, are brainwashed in training, because this guy survived, and for the first 2 years after he came home, all he ever talked about was how he wished he would have died with the other guys, because there was no honor in him living. How is that okay? Really? So yeah, for me, war, no good in it at all. It just makes more division in humanity. We've already got enough of that. And if you're thinking about enlisting in the Army or the military or the Navy, I urge you to really try and take into consideration that while the money is good, the benefits are good, what they're teaching you is to hate and to kill. And they're taking away part of your humanity in doing that. So, just please think about it. And I know, some people really feel like it's a calling for them. And I'm not dissing you for that. I don't agree with you, but I'm not dissing you. Just think about your families, think about your friends, and even if you're estranged from your families, your life has more value than to die on a battlefield for 0.25% of your population so that they can be rich. You are not a pawn. Your life means more than that, and you can find a better way to make money. And education these days isn't worth a whole lot. I don't have a degree, but I have a career. You don't need to go to war for that. You just need to be stubborn and plug through. Maybe move to Canada. There's more work here. There's more work here than there is in the United States right now. Consider it. We love everybody here. At least most of us love everybody here. So, anyway, that's my shtick on war. Happy Friday. I can't say anything happy about Remembrance Day.